Welcome to Marsha's Mush and Stuff. Today is May Day. Happy May Day to each and every one of you. And I'm participating in the May Day challenge hosted by Connie's Nails and Creative Creations, her co-host Arrows DIY, and Broke Girl Aesthetic. I will have all of them listed in my description box, so make sure you check that out, as well as the playlist. So, on to DIY number one, using this pet bowl for my paint and a mason jar that I had on hand. I go ahead and give this one coat of chalk paint. It is in the home decor. It's a light sage green color, and I just think it's beautiful. It turns out great. I love this color. I give it two full coats. And this is one after the first has dried. Go back and repaint it for full coverage. And don't forget the bottom. So once that has thoroughly dried, I go ahead and go back and paint the bottom. Two coats on it as well. And May Day is all about giving your neighbors a hanging flower arrangement. Sometimes you can put goodies in them, hanging baskets, and I thought this was the perfect opportunity to make use of this mason jar. Also, I apply a clear wax to this. So this is right here, and this is from Americana Decor, and it just gives it a glazed effect, and also so that chalk paint does not chip if it does bump against anything, because I did not weather or distress this whatsoever. I love the color so much and the contrast between the black lid that I'm going to put on top of it. And again, this just seals everything down, does not change the color at all. And I am super happy with how this turned out. So I just chose to make floral arrangements, something I would like to receive myself on May Day. And happy May Day to each and every one of you. So this lid I did pick up from the Dollar Tree and loving it. So I go ahead and decide what florals. I deconstructed some previous DIYs I had made and made use out of those. So I used the greenery that I had also used in other DIYs, and even some that were in things that I had bought. I just plucked them right out of the styrofoam, and again using my dog nail trimmers, which are my favorite tool. If you've been around for a while, you already know that. But I think this turned out beautiful, and the greenery just adds such contrast and dimension. I absolutely love it. That kind of looks like lamb's ear, even though I don't think that it is. I've had it for a moment, so I can't remember, but this one is the one I plucked out of something I had previously bought. And I just think it gave the perfect amount of contrast with the little white blooms, and absolutely love how they kind of droop and hang to the side. And just poke those in. Again, no florists here, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Again, it's a gift for your neighbor to say, Happy May Day. I did toy with the idea of putting this burlap lace ribbon around the center, but I was so happy with how the paint turned out that I decided no, it was perfect the way it is, and here is the end result of DIY number one. Again, let me know your thoughts in the comment box below. I would definitely love to receive something like this. Again, you can add treats, candy, even a little Happy May Day tag to it. But I thought this was perfect ambiance to gift to my neighbor. And moving on to DIY number two, using the paper pack again from, guess where? the Dollar Tree. I roll this into a cone shape using a dab of hot glue just to secure it down. And then once I finish rolling this into my cone shape, I secure it again with another dab of hot glue. And this paper is kind of thin, but I decided I wanted to go with something smaller this time. Again, for one of my neighbors, I decided to use this piece of lace I've had lying around and cut that down to size and glue that around. And had again deconstructed a few DIYs, so I had a few things on hand, but that fit perfectly, didn't even have to trim it. And so once I got to looking at this, I thought, yeah, we're going to cut the florals first, but I think it's missing something on the front. I like to spread the branches out just so that I know I'm cutting them the exact same size without having to measure them. I always push the green leaves to the top because the greenery, I think, just sets it off and makes it just so much more realistic looking. And there you see. So I found this jute bow, again, that I had taken off a previous DIY, and I take the flowers out so that I can fluff that bow out. And that's what I'm showing you here. So just fluff that bow and hold it on there. And then add my jute hanger. You could use lace or ribbon, so many things you could use. I just chose jute and added my florals. And that, my friends, is the end of DIY number 2. And this is the end result. That is it hanging on my door. And this is what it looks like outside and will look like hanging on my neighbor's front door as well, because I'll actually hang it by her mailbox. So how cute and simple is that to say Happy May Day? Don't forget to check out my description box for the playlist of all other creators. And thank you again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, give a thumbs up, and comment below. And until the next time, I'll see you then.